What up, it's Ty 1822 here to review AEW Dynasty. Now, before I get to the review, hit the like button for your boy, because I will be checking when this video officially uploaded. AEW been on a hot streak of these quality pay-per-views, and once again, they did not miss again, and I cannot wait to talk about this pay-per-view. So, let's talk about AEW Dynasty. Sure, we kick things off with the opening match, the Young Bucks versus Nakeshka and Okada. I posted this on Twitter. The Young Bucks are the perfect tag team to open up an AEW pay-per-view. They just set the tone for these shows. The last time they kicked our Revolution, they had a tremendous match against FTR, and they did it once again. And as expected, we got the drama between Nakeshka and Okada. Earlier parts of the match, they did work well with each other, but eventually you knew what was going to get, and I really love the ending where the Bucks are going for the Meltzer driver, and you see Nakeshka holding the ankle of Nick Jackson, but then he decides to let it go, and they finish off Okada with the Meltzer driver. Your winners, the Young Bucks. Now, we all know at Double Enough, we're going to get Nakeshka versus Okada. Thank God, because it's been dragged out for too goddamn long. But that will be an excellent match. Now, the Young Bucks, they will continue to go on their quest to become AEW Tag Team Champions once again. Great way to kick off this period, like I said. Chris Jericho versus Ricochet. Now, this is a match right here. My expectation was very low for this match. But man, the crowd in Vancouver loved themselves some Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho being gone from AEW definitely helped with him. And Chris Jericho, for someone who's been out the ring for a very long time, he had a good performance in this match with Ricochet. He worked the crowd like a true veteran. The crowd ate this up watching Chris Jericho back in action. And Ricochet getting a moment like this, working with Chris Jericho will definitely elevate him in AEW. And talk about Chris Jericho being a very unselfish guy. And we got a finish of Ricochet defeating Chris Jericho with his own lion salt. How many times does you see that from a Chris Jericho match when he loses to his own move? And that's the finish we got. I'm so happy for Ricochet. I'm glad he dropped that national championship belt, because that belt means nothing. And once again, it got defended on a pre-show. So after this, I would love to see Ricochet continue to climb up the ranks in AEW. And what next for Chris Jericho? I love the fact that he put on Ricochet, and I want to see the same thing from Chris Jericho to help every other talent in AEW, because this guy is established. And right now, I can say I'm very thrilled with Chris Jericho's return back to AEW. Andrade versus Darby Allin. Now, the winner of the match will get a world title shot against Kenny Omega or MJF. And by no surprise, these two guys cooked in this match. And Andrade is someone I said is very good in the ring, but the guy just missing the character. But now he got it today. I love every single time he go ringside as an attractive woman there, and he take a picture with her. And then he took the pants off, and the crowd popped. Thank you. Andrade finally had something to match his great in-ring work. And by no surprise, the winner of this match is Darby Allin. Post-match, both guys shook hands. So it's looking like there's a chance of Andrade becoming a baby face. And Darby Allin did make an announcement. He will cash it in, and he want his world title shot at Dynamite in his hometown of Seattle. Very smart, Tony Khan. You come off your pay-per-view, you do a world title match, that means eyeballs will be on next week's show. AEW Tag Team Championship match, FTR versus Colt and Christian. Now, this was such a fun match. The crowd hot for the two Canadians. This feud been some of the best stuff in AEW. And watching Colt getting hit by that belt and legit busted open, I said, oh my God, how often do you see that in professional wrestling? Stokely got involved, outshot shenanigans. Christian was very entertaining in this match. And when it came down between Colt and FTR, man, I just love every minute of this tag team match. Now, on my pre-prediction video, I said we would get brand new AEW tag champions. But by my surprise, FTR defeated Corbin Christian and still your AEW tag team champions. And you know what? I am not mad at it at all. Because FTR been one of the best tag teams in AEW since they debuted in the company. And I'm glad Tony Khan is not ready to take the belts off them. So since they did retain, we all know what that means. Because in this match, they did also was mocking the Young Bucks, giving Colt the super kicks in the BTE. So at AEW, double nothing, three-way, Corbin Christian, Young Bucks, FCR, and I'm praying it's in a ladder match. It got to be a gimme match. Give it to me, Tony Khan, no homo. The Gauntlet Casino Battle Royal, and we all know it starts off with Roosh and Tommaso Ciampa. Roosh, this guy needs to get a push. And this type of match to show you the depth of talent AEW has. And Tony Khan put the right talent in this match. This was super fun match right here. The crowd was eating this one up. I could have watched this for even 20 more minutes. That's how much fun I had with this Battle Royal. And I said, I'm going to go with Tommaso Ciampa to win the TNT Championship belt back because he had a short reign. Well, I'm not mad at the outcome because the brand new TNT Champion is Kevin Knight. I am so happy that Tony Khan is high on Kevin Knight. I'm high on Kevin Knight. This guy is a future AEW World Heavyweight Champion. And now he went from being a part of the Trio Champions to being the TNT champion. I am looking forward to Kevin Knight as a TNT champion. I know he is a partner with Jesse, so I really wonder how those two will be built on TV now that Kevin Knight has single gold. Is there a possibility of them doing a match between Speedball and Kevin Knight? Ooh, I think that would be a banger right there. You could do that on Dynamite or Double or Nothing. AEW Women's Championship match, Tekla versus Jamie Hayter. This was a much better match than the last one they had last year. I really enjoyed Tekla work in AEW. I just love the way she carries herself. She has a lot of personality. The way she just come up as a performer in the ring. Jamie Hayter, someone I do love, but Jamie Hayter still don't have that same feeling of the Jamie Hayter in the past. And you know what? She really needs to get rid of her current look and go back to the old look with the blonde hair. She really stood out a lot more to me, and she was a lot more over. But you can say, yes, Tony Khan played a part in Jamie Hayter not feeling like the old Jamie Hayter. But we know when it comes in the ring, she's going to be Jamie Hayter. But man, it's something still missing with Jamie Hayter, and I hope she find it. And as expected, Tekla did win by grabbing the rope. So still your AEW Women's Champion, Tekla. Now, who is next in line to face Tekla for her championship belt? And we all know the reason why Jamie Hayter lost this match because her and Alan Winston are definitely going to challenge for the AEW Women Tag Team Championships at AEW All In. That makes total sense right here since both ladies are from the UK. Jon Moxley versus Will Ospreay Counter Championship match. I love this match right here because Will Ospreay is growing as a performer. The whole storyline is about Will Ospreay looking to get revenge back on Jon Moxley, and the Death Riders that took him out. And you felt the frustration from Will Ospreay in this match when the way he was hitting Moxley with so many hidden blades to start the match. And the story of the match is, of course, Jon Moxley working his neck. And once Jon Moxley gave him the power driver on the steel steps, that's when Jon Moxley continued to work the neck. And Will Ospreay was kicking out, but it was too much for Will Ospreay, and still your AEW Continental Champion, Jon Moxley. And when I watched Dynamite and I seen Ospreay get the pinfall during that Chaos of Canada match, I knew Moxley would retain his championship belt. Now, a lot of people will be disappointed that Ospreay did not get the victory. But here's the thing. Jon Moxley's been excellent as the Continental Champion. Nobody wants to see Will Ospreay be the Continental Champion. Ospreay will be a part of the Owen Hart Cup tournament, and he will win it and get a world title shot at AEW All In. When it comes to Jon Moxley, I have no idea who's going to be his next opponent, but we just got to wait to see on the next episode of AEW Dynamite. Trio championship match, the Dogs versus Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong with a returning member, and I really love the entrance. It is Kyle O'Reilly. Now, this is the type of match where I say to myself, okay, I'm ready for the main event. But this turned out to be a decent match. Now, the Dogs did win the belts on Collision, and just like that, they dropped the belt to the conglomeration, Orange Cassidy, Roger Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly. I like to see this program continue because the Dogs only were champions for 2 to 3 days. Now, let's talk about the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, MJF versus Kenny Omega. Let me just say right now, this was the match of the night. Kenny Omega, MJF. I knew when I was going to sit down and watch the pay-per-view, I was going to be very happy with the outcome of everything. Kenny Omega, we all know he's no longer in his athletic prime, but it made him a much smarter professional wrestler. And I love this version of Kenny Omega. He just tells a much better story in the ring with MJF. Once again, MJF continues to be on the road inside the ring. And what I love about this match is when MJF pulled the ref and Omega makes it to give him the V trigger. Then Kenny Omega hit MJF with the one-wing angel, which is the most protected finisher in professional wrestling. But what I love what they did here is, since the ref was still outside the bump, it took a very long time for the next ref to get involved for the 1, 2, 3, and that led to MJF kicking out of the one-winged angel. So as things continue to go on, you got the table outside the ring, and of course, MJF was going to take advantage of it. The ref, once again, got distracted, and MJF took his diamond ring earlier in the match before we got to the first ref bump. He hits Kenny Omega in the stomach, DDT through the table, throw back in the ring, hit his heat seeker, still your AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF. Talk about a great way to close this pay-per-view. This match probably went 30 minutes, and it did not feel like it one bit. Now we will have Darby Allin versus MJF for the World Heavyweight Championship next week on Dynamite, and I'm really looking forward to that match. So once again, AEW just continues to put on these pay-per-views that's worth the $49.99. I would give this show a rating of 8 out of 10. Come on, that pay-per-view of the year, which is Revolution. They couldn't top Revolution, but that's just totally fine. This was a damn good show, and I cannot wait for Double Nothing, which is next month. So if you watch AEW Dynasty, like, wow, give me your thoughts on the show. Negative, positive. I'm going to respond to everybody per usual. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.